Jigsaw killer may be dead, but the murders continue.
Someone's there. They're watching us.
Why are you doing this?
Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Sequel. This is a movie podcast where we're talking sequels, and we do it in two parts. The first, an interview with an actor or someone involved that made the film worth watching. And the second, a discussion of the sequel, what they got right, what they got wrong, and how it could have been done better. I hope you enjoyed last week's interview with an actress that was a model turned actress. And you can see from the interview, she's gorgeous. So much fun to talk to. Karen Cleesh, Canadian, our favorite people to talk to. They're always so nice, and just their journey to Hollywood is always so different. She had some roles in some really cult TV shows. We talked about her role in this week's sequel, Saw 6. Whew, I can't wait to dive more into it. But yeah, and then Karen talked about obviously connecting with Eli Roth and being in Thanksgiving and her iconic death scene in the oven, which is really cool to hear about an actor's thought about how you go into like, how am I going to die? It's not something you really can like practice or really see it really happen. So you're really just acting it out. And then she connected with him, worked with like 4 different films this year, Ice Cream Man that he's doing. She was playing coy, I think, because when I asked her, hey, is this going to be like the one with Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard, that creepy one with David Naughton? And she's like, I don't know. So I don't know what angle it's going to be, but she was a lot of fun. So if you haven't heard that, please go back, check it out. Karen Cleesh. And she is on the new show Westies on MGM Plus. And she's on the episode, I think it's airing when we're recording this on the 19th, and I'm sure it's on demand, but yeah. Great. So now Saw 6. So I only saw probably 2 of these, and I saw most of this movie between my fingers. But before I say anything else about this movie, I got to introduce you to my partner in the sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how are you?
I'm just doing dandy, Doug. Fine and dandy.
When I was saying sequel, I was thinking like squeezy or not. What is it, like squelch? Whenever they have some movie sounds, like when you look at the
squelch
subtitles and it says like squelch, like it's a weird sound. That's what I got with some of these scenes. Like I was telling you, like this was one of the only sequels I think I've ever watched that I had to listen with earbuds in, even if my wife was sleeping. There was screaming for minutes, like agonizing.
Listen, when we started this journey, I said there's a couple of movies that are...
Which is really, like our anniversary almost. Look at that.
Well,
did you get me anything? What do you get for the 7th anniversary?
I did. I got you a review of Saw 6.
Saw 6.
I said, and I'm standing by these 2 without a doubt. We will never, ever review Hostel or Human Centipede.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean... Even Terrifier might be on that list because it's so gross.
Can I tell you, Hostel 2, I only remember that one because that played a ton on like Showtime or Cinemax when my parents used to have Dish Network. And I do remember, is Dish Network still around? I was about to see if they would give us advertising or something. I don't think they're in business.
I don't think they're in business either.
They're gone.
Yeah.
But I remember watching that one a lot. And
a lot?
To be honest, the gore is very corny in it, and it's definitely not as gross as this movie. And there's like more dialogue, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. This movie, the lack of
but even okay. So Saw is also, again, I'm not a horror fan. I've now watched tons of it because of this podcast, and for the most part, really none of them been gross. Right? None, maybe maybe the Hellraiser a little bit, but even that wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
Yeah.
This movie, I did see the first one. I think the first Saw is great. I think the
totally different movie.
You don't see anything, right? It's mostly mental. I did see the second one, which if I remember correctly, was pretty good too. But it started to get a little gross.
Donnie Wahlberg's in that one.
Donnie
Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg.
He might be. They were all these people in a house, and each room had something. It was weird. But then the third one got gross, and I threw it off. Right, so I couldn't watch anymore. So I wasn't happy going into this. It's and right away when you see the movie, when it comes on, you see Twisted Pictures is the company behind Saw. I'm already like, all right, I'm in for it. what I have to say about this movie is we've covered a lot of movies now through the years. This might be one of the most confusing movies I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And maybe it's credit to the Saw franchise because it seems that it really follows each other. Like each movie leads to the next movie. So if you do you watch a Friday the 13th, you can watch it any number and it's fine. Outside of knowing how he died before, it's the same thing. Same thing with Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street.
And they recap it usually, right? They give
little,
us a 2-minute sizzle reel of the last
correct.
3 movies.
Or if it's like Silent Night, Deadly Night, just give you the whole movie again. But this movie, it seems that you really have to watch from the first one on because there's characters and scenes and everything. And it was like they go into it expecting you to understand and know who these characters are. Yeah. And I had no clue. And so literally the people that were kidnapped, the mom and the son, I thought that was his wife. I thought that was his wife.
Me too.
Okay. So it was such a confusing movie that and then of course they do flashbacks and I'm like, is Jigsaw dead? Is he alive? We're seeing this video, then who's this guy killing everybody? Then who's this other girl looking for a box? And who's this it was just so confusing that it's like, I think it was so confusing that I think it took away it wasn't as gross to me because I was trying to figure out what was going on that I think it supplemented the grossness of it, kind of thing. So, but yeah, and again, not to go on a tangent, but I feel like these movies, to me, there's a good movie in the Saw movies if they just take out the gross factor of it. I feel like they throw the grossness in there to really, just try to gross people out. But I do like the concept of, the movie and, how each one, it gets too gross. I don't find gross entertaining.
Yeah, no, it definitely gets way too gross. Now, do you remember these movies I remember so well? Not that I watched them, but they became when I was a senior in high school. I think it was Halloween 2004 is when this started. And then it was basically I think after the first one did so well, it was this is coming out every year. Because this one, the year is 2009. So that's every single year they're just coming out back to back to back. Even looking at the cast of the second one, the first one did so well. Not that these were huge people. They're all names like Donnie Wahlberg, Dina Meyer, the redhead from Starship Troopers, Shawnee Smith, who's seen this movie, Beverly Mitchell, the other sister, the middle sister from Seventh Heaven. It's a very odd cast, but the fact that they never stopped. To me, that's crazy that this one came out in the perfect succession.
They made what, 10 of them plus the spinoff, right? There's 10 of them, I think.
Which was nuts.
I did see the spinoff, so it was
really?
With Chris Rock.
Oh, okay. And it's more of a detective?
Yeah,
movie?
It's called Spiral. And it's a spinoff, but I don't know how it's connected. And so and again, it really wasn't it wasn't a gross. It was more like a 7. Kind of movie. So, it was very different than I think the other Saws. But yeah, the fact that there are 10, but again, the timeline, they really connect all 10 of these movies, I would assume, because like I said, this one, shows so much of flashbacks. And the problem is, though, like I said, they don't explain anything. So if you don't know the movie and you're just watching this for the first time, you're clueless. I don't even know, is he alive or dead? How is he leaving his videos?
No, his wife. No, he left the videos to John and the wife. Which, how is he getting her?
That's what I mean. How? And who is? I thought his wife died. So the woman looking for the box, that's his ex-wife or his wife.
It's his ex-wife. I don't know. I don't know if he had a wife in the first 2 movies.
Well, who's the one that's the one that lost the baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
See, I was confused. Okay. So then
that was very confusing too, because then it reveals that someone is the cause of that. And I'm like,
correct.
How would he have not known that? The wife was there.
Correct.
Would have saw her hiding in the corner of the methadone clinic.
So then who did Shawnee Smith kill then that Hoffman made her do? Who was that woman?
Oh, who was that? Another one of the, I don't know. Who was that?
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, it was just
Well,
so
that
much.
was a flashback from another movie. I don't think that was a flashback just filmed for us.
No,
I think
no,
that was from another movie.
But that's what I mean. Like, but I didn't
But
understand.
crazy, she was in the second movie.
She's in
and
a bunch of
goes
them.
I know, but that's crazy to me that she
No.
is alive throughout all these movies.
Well, I think what happens is she becomes the understudy of Jigsaw.
Yeah, we saw
Right.
that a little bit in this.
What-
Yeah, and then John became an understudy too.
By the way, I think he's an awful actor.
Oh, dude,
He is the worst. And
he was
again,
so stiff. And he
very
was like,
stiff. Like it's like, and it just. Again, I don't know his story, but like he was a cop who became Jigsaw. Is that like, what does that mean? Like, I don't like. It's just so confusing. Like,
yeah, and then the cops that were onto him, and they were onto him like the first time they saw
Oh.
him. Or everybody thinks he's shifty. Everybody was looking at him
Everybody.
like, oh,
Like,
he's wrong.
but they still bring him everywhere. No one, except for the one girl who's questioning him at the wrong time. You know, it just like, and had like, so the Jigsaw knew him. Was Jigsaw teaching him also? Because
I think the way they made it seem in one of the flashbacks, it wasn't even that much, but that I think he was going to catch him. Because the opening scene, how about the opening scene of this movie, which
my
we'll get to in a
gosh.
second.
Oh.
But here's my $1 million question for you. From the first one, because I remember seeing it, but I haven't seen it maybe since it came out. Is that Jigsaw thing talked about? Like the puzzle pieces? I
No.
don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. So, yeah, I'm trying to think because there was nothing. I don't think there was anything like that there because literally,
I thought I thought his name was Jigsaw because
That's what I
he's
thought.
making people do the puzzles.
That's what I thought.
Not because of like in this movie, they show them cutting pieces from
Correct.
bodies, and I'm like,
Correct.
was that a thing in the other movies?
I don't think it was in the first one. I have a feeling Egan's gonna give us a
Egan,
lot
I
of
know.
answers. I mean,
But wasn't the first movie not really any victims? Like not a lot.
well, no, well, I think so. The first movie had Carrie Hughes, right, and the other guy,
Yeah.
and they're in that. I mean, really, it takes place in the one room.
That's what I mean for the whole movie, right?
But I think there was flashbacks of things that or something that was
Yeah.
going on because if I remember correctly, there was some kind of like again torture thing or I somehow they were connected to Carrie Hughes. But yeah, like even when he cut his leg, the camera went away. Like they didn't show it. Like I don't think like so it was so and I don't think they realized what they had because I think it was a very low budget. And I think that, like again it was such a like a mind bending kind of movie, which to me was very different than any of the other Saws. Because now they're like, all right, now we got a bigger budget. Let's make it as gory as possible, and literally that's what they did.
They did. All right, cool. So let's get into this. So now we open up the movie and we get two people that are waking up in like their own cages.
It doesn't waste time. It goes right into the grossness. Like, yes, who are these people?
They're just bad loan officers.
But why? Like, what? Like, is there any connection to the rest of the movie, or is just like?
No, it's just to show what this version. Well, I don't know I know he always goes after bad people or people that wrong other people, but in this movie, he's like fully going after. Obviously, in this umbrella insurance agency.
Okay, so this movie is now the 6th movie, which means there's been multiple upon multiple deaths at the same warehouse, it seems. Does anyone question what this warehouse is?
Oh,
it's massive.
Yeah, that's a great question. Where is that?
It's a massive, I mean, especially like in this one, when the guy has to go through how many different tunnels and things or whatever to get there. Like, this is it's a huge place that has a lot of weird stuff in there. No one ever questions what this building is. Like, because, and don't think people realize that they see like people go in there? Well, first of all, he's dragging them in there because they're all knocked out. So no one sees him take these people in there one by one, and
there's no cameras anywhere.
Where's he
the one
disposing
girl
the bodies?
Was in a building, in an apartment building.
Where do they dispose of bodies? I mean, it's constant death. I mean, if this is the 6th movie, and in this movie alone, he kills about 10 people. So, I'm assuming that's the norm in all these other movies. So he's killed 60 people in the 6 movies, or no, maybe the first one, not that many. Where's he putting all these bodies?
Well, he leaves some of them out. That I think maybe he does a new warehouse each movie. He finds a new location. They should have like a reality show. Okay, over here, Mr. Jigsaw, you could fit like 7 cages for people over here.
So you think he might have a room that just has bodies laying in there? I mean, it is a big enough warehouse.
Well,
But,
no,
like,
he does leave them places, right? Because the opening one scene that we're talking about, they find that. The cops get called to that makeshift warehouse that he put together.
so what does he do for a living, this guy? I mean, what does Jigsaw do for a living that he's able to have
Do we
all,
know
like,
his job? I think he does sort of talk about what he does. I'm trying.
He
Well,
does?
no, I guess when he's talking to the vice president, when he's talking to him and they're talking about what do you do for a living, I feel like he's already murdering people. How does he fund these murderings?
That's what I'm saying. Like, not only just fund it, how is he coming up with these contraptions? Like, I mean, they're pretty high tech. Every single
You know
one.
who his grandfather was? Milton Bradley. Parker and his uncle Parker Brothers.
So you're saying the guy that made Mousetrap game that's
stole from
Jigsaw.
this, right?
I mean,
That's
you think about
Jigsaw.
it, like these contraptions are very high tech. I mean,
Oh my God,
every
dude.
single. How is he making it? And I guess I know he was sick all this time. So Hoffman learned how to make them now too. Or are they just
Yeah,
laying?
there's
like,
got to be some guide, or did he have a warehouse that was just
that's
waiting
lay-
to
like,
be used?
yeah, like a warehouse like of props. So instead, he gets
Yeah.
a warehouse of all these traps, like kind of things. Like it's just so like I'm just curious. Do they ever answer in any of these movies how he makes these contraptions? Like, was he a inventor? Like, was he like just and
that would be
and
good. That would be good.
do we know why he ever started doing this in the first place?
Why he started killing?
Oh, you're gonna look it up?
Yeah.
See, if we were live, we would have answers right away.
Boop, boop, ba-doop, 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 ba- Why does Jigsaw kill people for nothing? That's what somebody wrote.
Oh, really?
John Kramer.
No, I mean, like, what's this? And because I'm just curious what got him started, and does he see an end to it? Like, is this something that he's so angry at for whatever that he's just going to keep taking it out on be a vigilante?
Yeah, I don't know. What he was doing, his job was helping low-income people build houses. That was like his job. So maybe that's how he.
Okay, so he's a super nice guy that wants to help people, and somehow he flips to start killing people.
Yeah, and his wife's in a lot of these movies because there's pictures that we didn't see, like him losing the baby. There's like photos of them in a hospital bed, so that was like a thing.
So those flashbacks were all real, like from
I
other
don't know if
movies.
all of them were in other movies, but they just showed that was like a whole storyline in another one too, like how the baby died.
But see that again, that creativity I think is great for like a horror movie to keep that going, through every movie. Like the
Yeah.
details, and that's why I mean, like if it I part of me wants to watch the other ones just to see.
No.
No, I said part of me.
Yeah.
But I won't because of that face you just made. Like I don't want to sit through the grossness of these torture. But if it wasn't like that and it was just like a regular killing and whatever, then I would be curious to see the lead up of how all these are connected. But because it's so gross, I never want to watch them unless we get someone from the movie.
Yeah. Now it's definitely gross. Even like the opening one. How do you think of that? It's like, okay, you have to, whoever gives the most like flesh, and it's like goes down a tube onto a scale.
Okay, that's a sick. Really, I mean, if you think about it, like whoever came up with that, like, hey, we need a first scene, like we need some kind of torture.
The writer.
How about you slicing your skin off? I mean, like, first of all, I would say, all right, you know what? We gotta have a conversation with Chucky.
We're gonna watch
Chuck.
Dave more.
Yeah, I mean, I mean that's pretty psychotic. But not for nothing, it kind of wasn't fair. You had this big fat guy and a skinny woman. Like, who's gonna have more flesh to?
Well, she won.
Yeah, but did she? Because she had bone in there. Like that doesn't count. He said
that doesn't
flesh.
count? Oh, so why didn't he kill her too?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the rules were how much flesh. She cut her arm off, so bone is going to weigh a lot too. And she had her. I mean, just so stupid. Like
I like the character choices for the guy. Like we find out they're bad loan officers. You gave loans to people that couldn't afford them. Then you'd be able to get twice the money back. It was wrong. And then they start the competition. He grabs the knife. He goes, "You're gonna die, you bitch!" And he starts stabbing himself, starts slicing into his
He
skin.
didn't waste time. Like I mean, like if you're in that situation, I mean,
oh my God! What do you do? I couldn't move.
No. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna be like, you're not gonna be able to do anything. But like, it literally would be like, wait, what was the option if they didn't slice it off? How are they gonna die?
No, they had a screw going into their head.
Oh, so the screw is slowly going in. So they,
yeah.
okay.
And she just won. She slam dunked her own arm.
Do you think it's that easy to slice your arm, cut her arm off? I don't think so.
To get to the
Get through the bone?
She went right to the tourniquet. She used the full, I think it was 60 seconds just doing that.
Yeah.
He went for like the kidney or the spleen or something.
He was just, I mean, like cutting it like it was cutting pizza. Like he was
It's like
literally
he knew where it was. What is he? He played a lot of Operation as a kid, and he just like, oh, that's where it is. But he went one cut.
What area? If you had to slice your body, where do you think it would hurt the least? Your ass?
Oh yeah.
Or your stomach? I mean, because no organs in
It
your
would
ass,
still
right?
hurt, but I feel like in your ass that would.
Well, of course, it's gonna hurt. But I mean,
but that's like the fattiest, less muscle area. I got a fatty.
All right. So Doug has a fat ass. All right.
Yep.
Now, when you say fat, you mean PHAT or you mean like FAT?
PHAT.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, but the way she does the tourniquet right away, she's able to slam dunk it, beat that guy. And it is wild. Like, and then I wrote this because I don't remember the other movies, to be honest. Like, even the end of this movie, I'm not saying I want to watch the 7th one like you mentioned, but all these people are just in society after surviving this crazy thing. I was thinking about the girl. I'm like, oh, wait, does she really live? He lets her go?
And she doesn't direct anyone to the place where they were. Like, I mean, like I don't know.
She does. The cops are there.
Yeah, but they got there because of her. That's how they found it.
Oh
no, they were there already.
Why they found it?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? We never heard why.
No, they don't explain anything.
How did they get the tip?
Yeah, listen. What? We're 3 minutes into this movie when they start cutting flesh. 3 minutes into the movie, I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this. Because they're literally, and then 6 minutes was the guy gets crushed. So within the first 6 minutes in the movie, like the grossest thing I've ever seen is going on.
Yeah.
You know, you're into like the rest of this movie is like, oh, I'm dreading. Like, yeah.
Do you think Jigsaw calls the cops? Because they survived, and
He's
he kind
dead.
of wants to see his things.
He's dead. Supposedly.
Oh no, at this part he's dead. Yeah, but I'm saying the other movies. This could be John calling on his own. We've heard John's voice. Oh no, that's what it was. The voice recorder. Did he leave the message in the whole?
Oh, you know what? You're right. So what's their? Why does he call people to the place where he kills people?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing.
You're telling me he's that good that he's in all these murders, he's never left any evidence ever?
I know.
Like, ever? I mean, like, I would think that, fine, 1 or 2, you can be very careful. When you have this many, like, contraptions and things, you're going to tell me your DNA or something, fingerprint or something is not going to be anywhere inside they can't find this guy?
He's that good. He's not Dexter. He's the guy that built houses. And he becomes this perfect killer.
And, again, killer and inventor.
And inventor.
So, it's ridiculous.
You know what's funny? Whenever they do the flashbacks to show him like younger, all they do is darken his hair a little bit. Like they show him and the wife like looking at like the sonogram, and he's like, they're supposed to be like probably like 30s, and he still looks the same age.
Was he in anything else? Like
he was in Seinfeld. He worked at the video store in an episode or something.
Oh
no, the record store. Yeah, I think the record store.
But like, I mean, he has a familiar looking face. I was just
great
curious,
voice. Like he has a great character actor voice. But yeah, I only remember her from Seinfeld, and I think it was after that. Like I probably saw the episode, and then I saw the movie. But yeah, oh my god, man. So now we get. Oh yeah, and I wrote. So now we go the flashback scene. Is it a flashback?
Yes.
When he's in like that coffin thing.
I thought it was a flashback scene. Now you're seeing the insurance guy. I thought he was talking to
not the insurance guy yet. No, right after the scene when the girl lives and she's like, "Is this really living?" and she's getting interviewed by John. Then we see John where he grabbed the other guy's fingerprints, the fingerprints he uses throughout the movie. We see him in that like weird glass like box, and the guy gets squished. Remember in Star Wars?
Yeah. But wait,
When they're in the
you're
trash
talking about the
compactor?
frozen Jigsaw?
Is he
Or was that
frozen
later
in
on?
that box?
No, there's a scene where I have the next part was the insurance claim guy, but I have frozen Jigsaw later on.
Yeah,
So
that's like the next scene after the.
So
what I'm
that's
talking
not what
about.
you're talking about right now. The frozen one.
I don't think he's frozen.
He
in
looks
it.
frozen.
No, it's that guy in the glass. The guy, the John, the cop, and then the other guy gets crushed. Remember,
Yeah,
seeing the guy
yes.
just get destroyed.
Correct.
And then that's the hand that he takes to do the fingerprints the
yes,
rest of
yes.
the movie. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And then we cut to Umbrella Health. They zoom in on the building. You see that. And then now this is where we meet probably one of the, first of all, there's no effing way that do these jobs exist? The telemarketers that try to get people off their insurance like that?
I think so.
That's insane. And how they're celebrating it. Like, yeah, I just got him off a $200,000 policy.
But you just, you know what? I'm trying to think. The hand that he had at the end of the movie. You're telling me it's the guy that cut his stomach? That's that guy's hand?
No. It's
Whose
the guy
hand
that
was it?
It's a guy from 5 that we probably.
Oh, okay. The guy that was in a cage, kind of like because the hand was stuck. Okay.
Yes, that guy.
Because again, I didn't understand that part either. I'm like, what
I didn't
hand?
either.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I told you when I looked at the summary for the movie, it was all names I didn't know. And it wasn't even, they just said Jigsaw. They didn't even say like his name. And it was like all these different names. I'm like, I don't know any of these people. Like, is the guy from Aliens, the guy that's the cop with the trashy mustache, was he in 5? He must have been, right? So he has a relationship with John. It'd be weird that he's not.
Well, the other girl was. The girl supposedly died.
No, I know, yeah, but that girl she couldn't have been in 5. I'm guessing she was like in 3 or 4. It was like a sort of a bigger reveal. The way John was like, wait, you hid this from me for this many years? I'm like, oh, that's pretty crazy. And she's a cop? What? How do you
and they were hiding her?
Where?
So like when you're hiding, I mean, like, so is she in like witness protection kind of hiding? And then like
she seems like she's in the same town.
She 100%. Like and she automatically gets thrown into this case.
Yeah. Right away.
It's so confusing. Like, again, creative, but to me, there should be some kind of recap because if you want some new viewers to watch these movies, it's confusing. It's way too confusing. I mean, like, and I think I missed some stuff because I was so busy trying to get past the gore part that I'm missing some of the other stuff. Like, again, the fact that I didn't realize that wasn't his wife the entire time, blew my mind. Like, to me, that was the biggest reveal.
Yeah.
I thought that was a huge reveal. I'm like, when he's in front of, we're not even there yet. But
dude, could you imagine, like you just said, like, give a little recap instead of like, oh, this is Saw 14's coming out. You better have saw the first 13 because we're going to reference each one individually. So you better take notes, kiddo. But another part of the sleazy vice president, the telemarketer job's insane, but his job's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Like, dude, I would think it would be, there's no way you would meet that guy. It would be you doing your claim to somebody a lot lower and then him looking at someone. Him deciding face to face.
Okay, but of all things, that oral surgery.
Oh, I know.
Like that's what he hid. He's saying that he hid was oral surgery.
That was insane.
I mean, you're
I forgot about it. I would have said it. I didn't think it mattered. And that was because it was like I think if he checked it, it would have been fine. It's just the fact that he lied about it.
But that wouldn't even be on there. I don't think that would cause anything if you had oral surgery that it would cause any kind of like riff in your policy. I think that's less believable than having these other salesmen, cheering and calling. I believe that more. I don't think oral surgery would ever be an issue.
We had Eddie from Family Matters in this movie, which is wild, right? He just passed away, right? Was he the one that passed away?
Yeah. You're talking about the older brother, right?
He was the one that tried to save someone or something. Yeah. Oh man, dude, yeah, the best.
But that
no,
scene,
he's good in this. But
and he's talking about the cancer issue and the oral surgery. I would think that you'd be able to go above that guy now and say, "Hey, I'm going to fight this." Like,
where's the president?
yeah, I mean,
Because this is the vice president. I don't like what he's saying.
but
no,
it sounded like he
stupid.
accepted it right away. Like he was like, even though he was unhappy with it, I would not accept that oral surgery.
And the fact that they're on a first name basis, like they've met a bunch of times. Like this movie tells the world that watches, oh my god, America's they're friendly with their insurance companies. They're in their neighborhood. It's like no, it's like in these major areas, not like, oh, how you doing, Bob? Yeah, hey, you've had our policy. If you go to Denmark or wherever it is to have that controversial surgery, we're gonna have to drop you. It's like what?
Ridiculous. What kind of insurance? Like, I would think that when you sign up, you're going to know if it's shady or not. The fact that this, this shouldn't be a surprise. Like, it's that the fact that this happened. So, that guy looked familiar, too. Like, I definitely see it.
I think he looked like a bunch of different guys. Like, he looked like the guy, I can't think of his name, the guy that had that show Ed TV or.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
It was on for a while, but anyway, he's like a funny.
He looked like I bet you he's in a couple of. I know I've seen him. I was surprised that I thought you'd see him later on in the movie, like because he is. I thought like a bigger name, or at least a side character. But yeah. So that was his wife and son later in the movie.
That was his wife and son, yeah, which we wouldn't have known at all.
No. Yeah. No, and again. The fact that when he went to the other woman, I'm like, he's got balls to do that in front of his wife. That's what I was thinking when that happened. Like, because I almost feel like the wife even didn't say, because when the son asked, why are we here? And she's looking at the video, she goes, I know why we're here. And she saw the guy in the camera. I'm thinking like, she knows her husband did something, bad. Like they really like, maybe that was their idea, like to trick the people thinking that's his wife the whole time.
We were tricked as the audience. I really thought the whole time.
To me, that was the biggest reveal.
No, that was good. So he plays Chief Clint Bowers on It Welcome to Derry. Weren't you watching that?
I did. I don't even remember him. I just watched it recently.
He's like the cop. But his other big credits are Lucky Number 11.
That was a good movie.
Cool Runnings. He plays one of the foreign guys.
Like I said,
Joseph Gruel.
A foreign guy?
He plays Joseph Gruel.
Oh.
So maybe like the evil Sweden guys. Maybe we can...
He's probably one of those side characters that in tons of stuff. Oh, okay. You might have to reach out to him. Send me his name.
Yeah. And his first credit, you can tell he's Canadian. 21 Jump Street.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Canadian bacon.
And he is from Toronto. Oh, Canadian. They love us. Yeah. Peter Outerbridge. Yeah, I'll send that to you when we're done.
Okay.
So that whole job was insane. And then this is where I'm shocked because I don't remember the other movies. Then I'm like, oh my God, that guy's a cop. The guy that was in the glass coffin because he's talking to the guy from Aliens. And he was also on Bosch. And then, like we talked about already, we see the girl that was from another movie. She's a survivor. And then we meet again. This is 2009. So I think that's when, like, was that when Serial started, the podcast? Like one of the first big ones. And the girl was like a reporter, and that was a good reveal too. The reporter.
What was the reveal?
The reporter was his sister.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good reveal.
But was she in any other movies? Like,
I have no idea. I would guess no. I would think anybody at the insurance company, not from other movies. He goes industry to industry. He did KFC down the road in the second movie, I think.
Does he really? Listen,
these are KFC employees. You gave me bad mashed potatoes. And now pick who lives.
He's kind of like Michael Douglas in Falling Down, right? He's going after the companies that do people wrong. But like, is that first of all, how does he get his information of all these people? Of all these people,
he probably hires a detective. Oh, he has John.
Wait, when you say John, you mean Hoffman?
John Hoffman, yeah.
Okay, Hoffman, it doesn't seem like he listens to anybody.
To listen to himself.
He really I mean, again, this guy's a cop. I want to know the story behind him. Why? Because he literally kills cops in this movie with no problem.
Yeah. No, he's such a stiff dude, and I feel bad saying that. I wish, again, I know I mentioned his name a lot. Frank Grillo in this role.
Oh.
Yes. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like.
Yeah, but
this
it's not
guy
enough
because-
action for Frank Grillo. He needs Frank
he
Grillo
does
needs
need some action.
fight hand to hand stuff. This is
Yeah.
not. But I mean, and even the actor, I think he's been in a couple things because he looks familiar too. But his acting was like you said, so stiff. Like he had the same expression.
Like I know we know who he is
without a
because
doubt.
this movie's like the reverse. Like the audience knows who
Yep.
the killer is. They don't know. So it's
Yep.
like, when are they gonna find out? And I don't know. I'm like, they should know right away. He's very shifty.
His expression doesn't change. He's very monotone, and he comes across so shady that these cops should have picked it off. And I thought they were setting him up when they went to that one room, which was their last room they've ever gone to. I thought they were setting him up because I thought they knew. Because I knew the girl was
the
obviously
girl definitely knew, and he seemed like he knew too.
Yeah, but I thought, right, that's what I mean. I thought he was setting, but clearly they're not good cops. Well, I mean, considering that they had these killings that are going on for how long now, and I mean, you're talking about a serial killer that's killed at least 60 people. I mean,
but one thing you notice in this movie, right? I don't know if the other ones are like that, but I guess in this world, he's dead. Like,
he died.
Whatever his name is.
Jigsaw's
dead. Yeah, because remember on the news, which is the news reporters were crazy. They were such the hokey, white male 50s. And he was like, is Jigsaw back? In one of the offices.
Okay. So, first of all, how do they know his name is Jigsaw?
That's what I think the press named him that. Probably one of the movies he started doing Jigsaw pieces. I don't know.
Okay. So, this is movie number 6. Jigsaw is dead. How do they have 10 movies? How do they have 4 more movies after this?
That's a great question.
Is he really dead? Is this like a soap opera? Is he really dead? Does he come out? Does he have an evil twin brother that's taking over?
The evil twin brother with a mustache. And he takes it off. It was me the whole time.
But I mean, think about it. I mean, I think he does die in one of the movies. That maybe it was 5. I don't know. But there's 4 more movies. Yeah. So is the movie at this point when the main killer is dead? Is the movie any good anymore? Well, so we have a different killer each time? Oh, big deal. It's not
is it Hoffman and that? Well, it's Hoffman in the next one. If he's not in the next one, that'd be
wait a second. So you're saying he's got a hollow face, a cheek in the next one?
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, that scene was insane.
That was wild. Yeah, that actually was really cool. But what was interesting?
You'd realize Egan didn't have a field day of putting us in our place for the entire movie. That this almost should have been an Egan movie with us, so he could really explain. Yeah.
But then we would have too many questions. He would explain all the movies, which we love. So this is where they talk about the pieces for the first time. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was
never knew
thing.
That. Yep.
Yeah. And how about one of the best parts of this movie? Sometimes movies have actors that do one lines. The guy that plays the medical examiner, when they talk to when the cops are examining the body and they talk about the piece, they're like, yeah, they can tell that a different knife was used for this versus the way so-and-so would do his victims. And then the guy, and he goes, well, you can really tell us by a picture? Of course you can. You can tell it's sharp and dull, but the medical examiner's like, hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. I examined the body. Yes, you can tell that. And he's going to this thing, and then he stops talking and then just walks away.
Well, they're always a little weird.
We need exposition. Anybody on second read a line so people can understand where we're at?
It was almost he just happened to be in this, walk in the scene for 2 seconds, say his line, and walk right off. It should serve no purpose. How about the fact that the cutout was perfect?
If you
that if you could take the piece and put it right back in there, you would almost not see any lines. That's how clear. I don't think you can cut skin like that. That's like make it that perfect. Like it literally is a perfect, and especially if they're using a knife. It's not like they're using like a saw blade or something like that. Like you're putting it on there. Like they're using a knife. They're cutting it this way. You're gonna be able to cut a perfect puzzle piece. I don't think so.
Hoffman's good. Or maybe too good because he's not as rough as he used to be. It's too clean of a cut. Like even at this point, when they're doing some other they're doing more flashback scenes. Like I was talking about before, like the wife is looking younger and younger, and he's looking like the same age. It looks so funny. It's like time traveling, but she's normal.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, there is a big age difference between
Oh
both
my
of them.
God.
So, I mean, so yeah, I mean that I even the wife thing, like I was confused on that also.
Yeah.
Like,
Was he always
honestly,
married?
yeah, I didn't know he's married, but I didn't even know. Like, honestly, I had no clue who the woman was that was going around with the box. I didn't realize that was his wife. Like, it was just like, I think between the flashbacks and seeing her do this, and you have then the side character Hoffman, and then you have the other flashback of the other girl, and like I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So it really like blew my mind that that's his wife, because I didn't even put that together at all either.
Yeah.
Like I was clueless this entire movie with every single character. Really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh my God.
at least you had that part
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then they meet up right away. Like Hoffman follows her, which is really weird because I'm like, okay, they obviously, he seems like he's from another movie. They have to have some sort of relationship. And then they meet in this room, like in a very sneak attack. He sneaks behind her and they're just, you're like, okay, they have some relationship.
But is she a killer too? Like in his other movies?
I don't know if, she tries to be. We don't know if she was ever successful, right?
I'm very confused on the whole. Like, I knew that the other, what's her name, the famous actress that was his the flashback. What's her name?
Shawnee Smith.
Yeah. So I knew she was an understudy. And so does he take an understudy because he's dying and he needs someone to carry on his plan?
It seems that way, right?
Okay. So she's doing it. So at what point does he get married? Like that, because he I don't know if the wife is in his other,
Well, she is. We know they do.
No, I know, but like
Shawnee, I think he saves Jigsaw, saves Shawnee, even though she's in the second movie. She has some connection to the wife because she was at the free clinic when the baby died in that flashback sequence.
But do we see, like, again, without knowing the movies, like, is the wife a big, like, I feel like that's almost silly. Like, I picture Jigsaw behind the scenes, the puppet talking.
A real bachelor.
Yeah, I mean, why would he settle down? I mean, this is Jigsaw we're talking about, But I just, like, I to see a family life with Jigsaw kind of takes away what I expect Jigsaw to be, right? Like, is he going home and having dinner with his wife? After he does all these torture things, I'd never
going out to the shed, painting his mask with a glass
shopping
of wine.
at Acme, coming home with the groceries. Like, I don't picture that. I just picture him doing these crazy, creepy things, and that's it. Not having a wife, not having a child, not having to me, as a non-watcher of Saw, it almost ruins it. Takes it away of like, this guy is like a regular guy,
Dude, how about one thing that blew my mind about this movie, because I didn't watch the trailer, was now we pretty much are at the quote unquote, like, the end of the movie, right? From this point on, it's one story. Like when the VP is working late and Jigsaw's on TV again, a news story about Jigsaw, all the lights go out. The senior VP of insurance has a gun in his desk. I guess people have tried to kill him before. Like, that scene was pretty crazy.
Oh, but okay. So when he dies, Jigsaw, like, does anyone, like, does anyone know that he died outside
like
of
reportedly that he died? I don't know how. Maybe
Because-
fifth ended in a way that he could still be alive. Maybe it's
why are they showing these, like, keep talking about Jigsaw? Just because I know they found one, but they don't think it's related because it's a different knife. So, like, why, did, like,
well, it's
who
Hoffman doing them at this point.
No, I know that,
but maybe
but they don't know that.
Yeah.
Like, do they think it's a copycat killer at this point? Like,
that's what they were saying on the news. One of the news reports was saying that, oh, maybe there's a copycat. Trying to see what movie he died in.
I just find that weird that he dies in this franchise and there's still so many more movies.
Dude, Hoffman's in all the movies, I think.
Really?
The wife, Lynn, saves Tom Carreri, Jigsaw in the third movie. Fourth movie is Hoffman. So Hoffman's in a bunch of them. And she's married. He's married to the girl in that one. That's when he meets her in the fourth one, Jill.
Who is he married to? Who, Hoffman?
The girl Jill that's in this movie. Not Hoffman. I'm talking about Jigsaw's wife.
Oh, Jigsaw. So
yeah, that happens in the fourth movie.
Wait a second. So you're telling me there's a Saw that is there a wedding? Is there do they show a relationship building with him? I this is now blowing my mind. Like this whole Jigsaw with the wife thing is blowing my mind. Like, is it a pivotal story in the Saw franchise of him, like with this wife? Like, I mean, like, he's not married, so he's not married in the first three, and she saves him. And like, is it just the next movie they're married already, or like, is there is there a scene
that
of,
would be great? Like at the very, very end, like right after he kills someone, it's like it cuts to maybe he uses the people to choose like the flowers on the table. Pick one or you die, and it's like, all right.
Do you think he wears the puppet mask? When they're having sex.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so. That's one. Was he ever caught in that in the movies? Like somebody says, "Hey, you," and he takes the mask off and they reveal it's him.
But
is it like a Scooby-Doo ending to the second movie?
Okay, and now I'm trying to think, like, because I'm now getting confused with like Scary Movie. So like, is there a puppet that does like come out like or is it just a mask? There's no puppet, right?
No, there's no puppet on a tricycle. There's no man on a tricycle.
Okay, so it's just a scary mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot how good that is in that movie. I cannot wait for the
best.
new one.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's gonna be good.
But okay, so is that him behind the mask?
Yeah, I would think so. Talking in it, yeah.
But he's dead, and he's still talking out there.
No, that's all pure recorded videos. He's not really talking to him. He's not having conversations.
No, but he's having conversasations with the insurance guy.
That's all flashbacks. Remember, his hair's a little browner. He's younger.
No. When this whole end of the movie, when he's going through the whole warehouse.
Well, that could be the voice changer for. Oh, Hoffman's not there.
Hoffman's not there. He's running around.
Yeah.
Like the police keep taking him out.
But I don't know. Is he really having a conversation? He's saying something.
Yeah, but he's saying. But how does he know what this? Like, so you're telling me Hoffman tapes himself?
Yes. No. I think Tom. What's his name? I can't keep going.
That is the dumbest thing. So okay,
yeah,
okay. Let's break this down for a second because this is now not making sense. So first of all, I found funny is Hoffman is trying to watch on all these TVs, but the police keep taking him out to go somewhere. Like
I know, yeah.
Okay.
And he gets frustrated.
He gets frustrated, right? So he's not the voice that's telling whatever. Is telling him how to play these games and what to do.
Is it like it's like when you're at Disney World, right? It's a small world. You get to the next section.
So you're telling me Hoffman's sitting there with a microphone and a tape recorder, pre-taping these. That is the dumbest thing. That is so stupid.
He has to.
That is dumb. That is so dumb. Can you imagine? First of all, Hoffman obviously has no personality. You see him sitting at a table, like, all right, I got to do the next one. We got the carousel here, so let me read. He writes out a little. He writes out a little script. If you think about it, that's so dumb. Like you would think that like a killer would want to do this live, would want to say it as he sees it and speak to them, not have a pre-recorded message.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
I didn't
silly.
even I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh, it's so dumb. Then
Yeah,
now
'cause
it's
he's
even
dead.
it's stupider. All right.
So now the VP has the gun. He's hiding under the table. He ends up shooting a security guard, which is wild. And then the fact that he shoots him, checks it, and then he gets taken. And dude, his is pretty wild. And this is where we see the family, right? Because
Correct.
we see him there, we see him panicking. Then
Correct.
they cut and show the family. And when the kid knows what HCl, that's hydrochloric acid. Like he knew right away.
And the way they interacted together, the whole it really I wonder if they were trying to show that do you think anyone knew that was not his wife? Because they're new characters, right? So I'm assuming that had to be revealed for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because nobody knew that guy's home life. We never saw
Right, okay.
pictures on the desk. So
right. And they really made it look
stuff.
like it was his wife. I mean, just the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
no,
that worked. That was really good.
Oh, to me, that was great. I think that was very creative how they did it. And that's why I was so mind blown when he kissed the other woman in front of his wife. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And she immediately yells at him. So they still didn't reveal it at that point. They were still it almost is like she knew that he was cheating on her or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we saw how sleazy that guy was when he was on the phone.
Yes.
Like when he was in his office with his lawyer. So we knew he was married. Oh, yeah. So there was no photo of the desk, but that revealed to us he was married, but we didn't know who his wife
right.
was.
And that's why it made it look like that was his wife and son there. So,
honey, I got meetings. I got so many meetings. And he's like pouring her a drink and you're thinking he's going to bone her. And she's like, and then she gets real serious. She's like, hey, I'm your attorney. And you're like, oh, so he's not cheating on his wife? Like, okay. God,
yeah, but they made it, they clearly were cheating because you see their relationship at the end of the movie. So,
yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe, she doesn't cheat at the office. It's only, business is business. And then, later on.
Wait, no, who doesn't cheat? Who are you talking about?
He doesn't
the
cheat
guy?
with the
who else
insurance
is
guy.
he cheating with?
The lawyer.
Oh, but you think they were actually hooking up?
Yes. At the end of the movie.
Okay.
Now, was that the lawyer at the end of the movie?
The lawyer? Oh, the girl that was going through the flames?
Yeah. No. The woman when he makes it to the end.
Yeah.
And he has to choose between the blonde and the...
That's his sister.
No, it's not. He kisses her. That's his sister? No, it's not.
Yeah, dude.
He doesn't go over there and hug her and kiss her?
Not on the lips.
It looked like it was. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's his sister.
I thought that
hey, how you doing, sis?
I thought that was the lawyer. I thought that was like
No. The lawyer was like brown hair. No, that was definitely wasn't her.
I didn't think that was a sister though. I mean, it looked like there was more than that than a sister, but okay.
And then another line that was perfectly written, like honestly, to make us keep going because we see him, we know he's married, we see the mom and son, and then the mom goes, "We're here because of your father."
Right.
Yeah. That was good.
100%. And that's what I'm saying. She goes, "I know why we're here. We're here because of your father." So
yes, and you're like, "Holy shit,
100%.
That's crazy."
100%. Yeah,
oh my God,
and obviously he's a sleazeball, so she would know that if she was his wife, and so that was good. That was
And then we get Miss Jenkins, the blonde podcaster, investigator, reporter, and she is following around Mrs. Jigsaw, and goes to the place. Hey, I want to talk to you, and she's like, "No, I don't want you here. Get out of my house." And then she goes to the elevator. It's like broken. And then she walks out, and then that's when she gets taken. But she hated her anyway, because I feel like she mentioned to Hoffman, like, "Hey, this one reporter's on my back."
I like how you call her Mrs. Jigsaw, by the way.
Mrs. Jigsaw. Or Miss Saw.
Okay.
Maybe he's Jig Saw. And she's Miss Shaw.
Okay.
Maybe,
that would make sense. Okay. So wait, so the reporter's the one in the flames? The air pressure thing? The hot
No.
Who's that?
The reporter is his sister at the end. No, that's a girl. That's a girl that I feel like he does have something with.
Okay, hold on a second.
That girl.
So
That wasn't the lawyer.
The reporter is the one that he kisses at the end of the movie, who's a sister,
Yeah.
who's in a cage.
Mhm.
I can't be his sister.
It is.
Okay, I think there's something more going on then, because I could have sworn that
They
maybe
were
that's why.
No, not kissing the lips. No, the brunette that he was helping do the thing was a girl. That could have been the lawyer.
He
honestly.
immediately went to her and hugged and kissed her, and that's when the other woman said, "You son of a bitch," or whatever, something like that. And like I'm thinking, like, how can he be hooking up in front of his wife like this? So.
But then that's not the case. So then you should say,
No, I know that,
sister.
but there must have been they must have had some kind of embrace that made me think that. So I think it was more than just a hug.
No, I think just hearing the wife react like that.
No,
they're in a cage. They can't even.
They were kissing or hugging in the cage. No way.
Yes,
yes, I know.
Sister and brother.
I don't know. All right.
Fine. They both somehow interacted with Jigsaw because Jigsaw's getting these people in the cages.
Okay.
And then this is where we get the flashbacks of how Jigsaw has a relationship with the senior VP and all the conversations they have. And then each time, like throughout the rest of the movie, like every 20 minutes, another conversation. Oh, him getting denied.
Well, they were buddies. Like they were like buddies at a point. Like because he was even trying to help him. Like they seemed like he was trying to help him.
And then he turned evil. Then maybe that's when he became the senior VP. He had to make the real tough decisions.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, dude. So now we get, the sister gets kidnapped. Now we get the first choose who live or dies. Dude, this was insane because it was gross. And then the other part that was so epic was the way Jigsaw was describing the other guy being alone and having no family and nobody would miss him. And all the pictures of him were by himself.
Now, again, you're telling me Hoffman, without having those two people there, just started talking about those people before they were even there?
I guess.
I mean, like, that doesn't make sense.
I think what's his name had bios on everyone in his manila folders that were numbered.
It takes away so much that he had to sit there, read a script on the people that he's about to kill. Like now I'm hating the movie. Like, I wasn't a fan to begin with, but now it's like we're seeing the man behind the curtain, literally, and it's like almost like, oh, you know what? I'd rather not see these movies and just have my own idea of what Jigsaw is and what it is, because now he's married, he's got kids, he's got a couple of pets, he writes scripts. Like, it's not Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, when was the last time you killed anyone? I've been just so busy.
I'm trying to get my script in Hollywood, right? He's writing. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I just picked up pickleball. Oh man,
it's totally ruined my image of Jigsaw. Okay.
It's like if Jason or Freddy were like, yeah, they crochet on Saturdays. Oh, really?
Well, Freddy has the hand, the claws, so I could see that. I could see him
he
crocheting.
needles probably. Right? Yeah, I could see him doing that.
But yeah, this was the start of, like, again, I like the concept that he's going to each different room and, like, all right, what is he knows, like, I don't, like, you could see his hesitation every time he has to go to another room. Mm-hmm. So to see this first one, and you have, like, the choices, like, as a real person, imagine being in that situation. It's almost like Sophie's Choice, right? Like, you have to pick who's going to die. Like, that's, and he waits a long time. So, like, they're kind of getting tortured while he's waiting. My
God, dude. And I thought I was like, oh, can both of them somehow die? But, dude, the way when he lets go after, it's like, oh, this guy's lonely. He has no family. The other one would be so missed. Even though she's older, like, it's like, what are you picking based on your formula? Yeah. Like, who came up with a formula?
Yeah.
It's your formula. And when he lets go and it's for the file clerk, the young guy, and he's like, ha, 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 screw you, F you. And then it's like, it's like, oh my God, dude. Face hits the glass.
How do you recover? Like, so the woman, how do you recover from this?
Like, that's what I mean. The survivors, like, she is obviously, but you know what's funny with her? Obviously, she's choosing to work for this company. She's not scummy. She's just assisting them as their secretary.
So, right. So okay. So let's dig into this. So he's a guy that helps poor people or poverty stricken people with their housing. So he's a good guy. He goes after the bad guys that do wrong, to people, yet he's picking innocent victims for his game to teach a lesson.
For him, and they're not innocent. I mean, you just described another famous architect who kills people, Bronson. He was also an architect.
He was, but he only killed bad people.
He only killed. He didn't torture them.
Jigsaw is killing innocent people. Like what did this woman do?
She gets the coffee on Tuesdays. She brings the donuts.
Very simple. I'm like, so what's Jigsaw's motive? Like, does he clearly he doesn't follow the Dexter rule. Dexter has rules at least when he kills people. I was gonna say Carberry, but Jigsaw, he has no rules. He just does. He kills. In his mind, he's killing bad people, and if innocent people happen to get in the way, so be it.
Yeah, who cares?
Okay.
Whoops.
Okay.
Whoops.
Okay.
That's what I wrote. I was like, can you imagine if he was a dick and he killed the winners anyway? Like, I bet you the movies should be that. I'm sure they are. And we're just talking about the movies that happened already.
I'm going to guess that no one leaves that warehouse alive. Like,
but I think some of them do, right? Because they're in the other movies somehow.
Yeah, the ones that survive all become, the understudies for Jigsaw.
The next killers. They win Survivor. You win Survivor, you become
you have to be a killer too. So, I mean, you have 4 other movies after this. Where is he finding the killers? He's got to recruit them somehow.
Yeah, and how is he kidnapping all these people?
That's what I said. How does he he kidnaps? First of all, he's an old guy, right? So, did he have helpers in the first few movies?
Hoffman did it, but still, him.
No. Before
10 people he kidnapped. Before that,
even before that, Jigsaw was old and sick. How did he kidnap all these people? To get that's number one. How does no one ever see him do any of this stuff? Dragging bodies. Because I mean, you're talking about dead weight. So he has to drag these bodies in the warehouse, and let's be honest, some of these warehouses are on multiple floors. I mean, so he has to carry him upstairs, and prop them up. Which again, a dead weight, it can't be easy. So how did they do this?
Especially this one, because I'm thinking how it happened so quick. You'd think he got these 10, right? It's more than 10, right?
Well, in this movie, there's about 10, right? So, and I'm assuming, where did he get them all? Like, did he get them out of an office building? And if so, how'd they get them out of the front door?
No, maybe all at home, and that's what I mean. How?
Okay.
Honestly,
at home, you're going to tell me one neighbor doesn't see anyone stepping out of his house dragging a body? Like, do they ever really show where they're getting the people from, or they just wake up in the warehouse?
Well, we saw 2 of them, right?
At the office, right?
Yeah, office and near the elevator. Yeah.
How do you get them out of the office?
Oh,
there's no security. There's no security in the front desk.
Put a hat over him, and be like, "Oh my god, he's so wasted."
So drunk. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I would think, like, I think maybe, in these other movies that they just wake up there and, that Jigsaw got him there, but they don't explain how. Because I just find it hard to believe that he's able to do this constantly and no one ever sees him do it.
Strong legs from all of it. You can't tell.
Okay.
But now we get a girl in a cage that goes like full Jennifer Love Hewitt. She starts screaming like, "What are you waiting for?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what?
I think that, you might be right. I think maybe that was the lawyer. And that's why he was trying to save her at the end.
Really?
But at the end, no. I'm talking about the one that is in all the flames.
Oh.
That
I don't think that was, no, I think she worked for him or worked in the same office, I thought.
Well, again, I know they all worked at the same. I was thinking that might have been the lawyer because we saw some sort of relationship.
All these people, when you have this many characters, I have no clue who.
And we didn't really meet him. Like Karen, we just saw her speak a little bit. Really, everybody in that room, when they zoomed in on the glass, like in the opening scene.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Oh, and when what's his name season, that's when he starts meeting a few of the people. When Jigsaw's at the office, and he's like, "Hey, what do they do?" And then
So. Is he bleeding at this point? With his, because I mean, he had to be, right? Like I know he was holding his side the whole time when he's going to these rooms.
No, his side's not bleeding yet, right?
It has to be. I mean,
no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Well, he is because they put the key in
yeah,
him.
correct. But
That's
I'm
why.
saying,
Oh
but
yeah.
he didn't even look there. Like, did he even look and say,
I
like,
know.
what? Like, I mean, like, he was just holding his side the whole time, running until the reveal was that the key was
Oh,
there.
dude.
But like, he like this whole time he didn't question like why is there anything like like
Yeah.
he didn't even question that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
That scene was insane.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god. So now we get there's Shawnee Smith from Summer School, The Blob,
Yep.
the 88 remake.
Oh, Harry Crumb.
And oh yeah, Harry Crumb.
That was
yeah.
one of her first.
Oh man, she's the best.
Yeah.
And she still looks the same. I
Oh.
saw her in something. She was doing some like maybe it was like talking about The Blob on some podcast. But yeah, so in this movie, I'm like, oh my god, she's like in these movies. She was in the second ones, and she's in this one in flashbacks. So that's a long.
So you didn't
running-
know that she was the understudy of Jigsaw?
No.
See,
I remember in the second
I don't
one.
know why I knew that. I guess probably just from stories, but I mean, I knew that like she
From
was.
stories. What stories?
I talked to a lot of horror
the
fans.
Hollywood bathrooms.
Listen, though,
Your guys in the bathroom whispering stories.
I have like my phone number's on the bathroom wall. So when they, I said, "You have any good horror stories? Please call this number."
Stories? Question mark. 555. I got a good one for you. How about Saw 4?
Regardless,
So
I
Jigsaw,
knew.
he's picking out his cake. His wife wants strawberry. He wants chocolate.
See, do they celebrate birthdays? Does Jigsaw celebrate birthdays with his wife? Like sitting around like, do you think he has contraptions at home? Like, is he like a Pee Wee Herman? So he has all these like inventions at home, that are at least safe, for the family. But like, like
family mouse
a contraption to like blow out the candles, just something, so.
So you're saying he's like Pee Wee?
I said he's like
He
Pee
has
Wee
a
Herman.
breakfast machine. Like inside his home, it's very whimsical. Like bam, 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 bam.
He gets up with a
but
machine.
outside the home, very dark.
Listen, he's got two different personalities. His Jigsaw is all business, and then when he gets home, he's family man. So stupid. Like it really ruins it. It really ruins it.
I know. Oh man. So now Mrs. Saw. Oh, how about that scene in the flashback when she shows up and catches him at the warehouse like he's cheating with Shawnee like behind him, and he's like, "Good job." Because that was like, that was the first person she killed. That was probably like, this is like prove it kill. But then the wife shows up, and you're thinking, does she know this is going on? She's like mad at him, and you're like, she's cool with this. She's here to scold him like he's at the bar. Like, you're murdering.
It looked like there was animosity towards her too.
Yeah.
Like, but okay, so she's the understudy. How is she dragging bodies there? She's tiny. She's a tiny woman. Like that's the ones that.
That's impossible. Yeah.
I you know what? I almost I saw the second one. If that's the one she's in, like I'd be curious to see that one again. Because I remember it being pretty good. I think it was like a bunch of like college students going to a house, and I just remember one of the kills or something where the guy had to put his hands in like a fish tank, but every time he took his hands out, the blades would slice him, so he couldn't take his hands out, and he had to do something in the fish tank. That's all, or something like that.
Wow.
That's all I remember.
I remember somebody looking through a door. I feel like looking through the door and a gun shoots.
You know what?
What's her name?
A shotgun? I think it was a shotgun or something.
Maybe, and I think it was the girl from Seventh Heaven. Spoiler alert for a movie that came out.
Might be that sounds familiar. You might be right.
I feel like that was like super shocking when that happened. I'm like, oh my god, Seventh Heaven sister, and her head's exploded.
I think it's more shocking that you watch Seventh Heaven.
Dude, Jessica Biel was on that show. Come on.
She was 15.
Huh?
She was like young on that show.
I was 12. She was older.
All right, that's okay then.
Yeah, I'm not watching it now. Often. So now so then in the flashback too, it was one of those like moments for movies like, hey, I'm gonna give you this key. What's it for? You'll know when to use it. And then cut to her opening the box with it and looking at all the she was already in the box, which was the dumbest thing. Somehow we were seeing her get the key and she's looking at the middle folders. And this is when we find out there's a 6th folder.
This whole part was so weird. Like I was so confused on
What, with the folders and everything?
the folders. Why didn't she open the box right away?
Yeah, I know.
Like she waited till the
I
end
know.
to bring it to the place to open it up. What were the folders for? Like
And it was sort of opened already because I feel like she gave John some folders.
But what was the folders for?
It was all the information on these people.
Yeah, but then why was there 6 on that one?
Oh, maybe he had them in groups. Room number 6, room number 4.
Okay, so again, now he's also very organized.
Yeah.
I mean, again, was 6 have to do with Saw 6?
Maybe. Oh, maybe. This is the 6th one. The next one, they could have the reveal in a trailer of the 7th envelope. Maybe. I have no idea.
So why was it important for her to have the envelopes with all those people's information in there?
Well, to carry out his dying wish was this last.
So this is supposed to be
or
the
lesson.
last kills? These are supposed to be the last kills?
Yeah.
How'd you get that? How'd you get that, like, notion?
They said that.
They said this is Jigsaw's
The wife
last wish.
said once we're done with this, we're through. And Hoffman agreed. It was like, this is supposed to be at the end, but people get greedy when they're
Okay,
killing.
so you're telling me Jigsaw had, I guess, in those
The
envelopes.
exit strategy.
No, well, it's not really an exit strategy. I mean, he's still doing the same thing. But in the envelopes was like the blackmail of like whatever it is, like whatever.
Sort of, yeah, like Clue. Sort of like.
But what is she supposed to do with that?
It was just for them to, here's the information, probably their address. Their
For what though? They're already there.
to kidnap them.
But they're already there.
No, but I think that was the dumb part. I feel like Hoffman had that.
Wait,
it makes no sense.
Is this for a new 6 or is this 6 that were already there?
No, because I think we saw, well, the only picture we saw was Hoffman.
Correct.
In another flashback. That was weird seeing because it was like a flashback right after a flashback, and you were just like,
well, when you already don't know the people that are in the present, and then you keep doing these flashbacks, it just makes it more confusing.
You're confusing us.
So the envelopes are the people that were in this movie.
I think so.
You're guessing.
I know, definitely.
You're
Hoffman.
guessing. See.
I would think they must have been,
okay,
but I don't remember him. I don't remember any of them getting open to see other photos.
Okay, so
but
you're
it seemed
in
like
reality
it had to be associated with.
In reality, you have no clue what was in those envelopes.
No clue.
Okay,
No clue.
all right. I want to make sure I
Hoffman.
didn't miss anything. So
Okay.
all right. Maybe there's 4 more movies after that, so maybe each one is for the next 4 movies.
Counting down the other ones. Yeah, no, it was just so dumb that it was like, these are really important. Here, have these, and it was like.
Again, but they don't explain why it was important to her. Like I don't. Yeah. Okay.
She needed it. Why'd she have to follow out his wish? He's dead.
That's.
How about choose no murdering? Even if these people are bad, just don't murder. Like,
I want to know what their first, like, how their relationship started, and when did he reveal that he kills people, and she's okay with it, and she's okay with it.
What are your hobbies?
But I mean, because you said she saves him. She's a nurse, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she saves him. She's a good person. She's a nurse. And they fall in love. At what point do you reveal, by the way, I kill a lot of people? Okay. Everybody has their own quirks.
The 9th date?
Like,
yeah, everybody has their own quirks. I don't like diet soda. You murder people on Saturday.
It just doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
like, what's her motive to carry this? Like you said, to carry this out. Like, she's not a killer. She wasn't a killer until she met him. Like, does she kill people in the other movies?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh!
You can let us know, or anyone else.
You're gonna have to write a whole paragraph to us, please,
or comment. If we're close with our guesstimates, maybe. But
I think we're way off.
The next scene is insane. I've seen this clip before.
This is the carousel.
When they're on that, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My god. You know what's crazy? All the other deaths in this movie, because I think we're so conditioned to it, is most of the movies we grew up watching were like action movies and lots of gunshots. This was like, I didn't have to look away, but no joke, this movie, watch-wise, was a lot shorter than even like Talking Pony. So I did fast forward through the kills. I just couldn't watch it.
Well,
one was like 5 minutes, and I'm like,
I know,
still killing
but that's what I mean. Like the carousel, like if the whole movie was kills like that, Then now, like, you got a movie like I want to see. I want to see the next one. Like I want to see the one before this. I want to see the next one. I want to see where they're going with this. But they're not like this. This was very as brutal as it was very tame. Like imagine like you're sitting there not knowing when you're going to land on him and which one he's going to pick. And the fact that he's getting his hands drilled every time, like
for him to sacrifice.
Oh my gosh, like that was crazy. And why did he pick the people he picked? I mean, the one she said she's a mom.
Yeah, the one was a mom.
But why did he pick Karen?
He picked Karen because
you have no idea. You're gonna guess too. See?
No, well, I think because he didn't like the other guy. I really think that was the thing.
But he killed 3 other people. Like, like at that point.
Well, then he got to but when he did that, he had to choose right then and there.
Correct.
So the other people he didn't want to save. So at the end,
but the people 50-50. The people that he already killed. Listen, you already know the group of people. You know if they're moms, if they're married, if they're dads, whatever. So
she's a liar. She's not pregnant. That was crazy. When that first
crazy.
Girl died, you're like, oh.
But why did he save Karen?
Yeah.
Unless he had an affair with her.
Oh. Unless he had an affair with her.
Because I mean, really, like, compared to the other people that look like they, like,
she did say. Remember what she said? She did help out like her elderly parents. But then the one guy's like, she's lying. I know she's lying. And it's funny because I love that in this scenario, these people wake up, they're on this carousel spinning, the people are dying. And Eddie is still yelling, yo, I'm the best you got. You can't kill me. You can't kill me. And like, oh my God.
Yeah. No. And again, the fact that he created that entire thing, like hooking the gun up to the carousel, the drill, like that's high tech stuff. How does he do all that?
Do you think he makes the little models first to scale and he builds them with like Legos maybe? And then that's how he does it.
I want to know.
He hires contractors. Could you imagine if he couldn't do this stuff?
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, wait, excuse me, you wanted me to do what?
I want to see a prequel of a young Jigsaw. And
his first contraptions.
Well, where did this come from? Like, where do these ideas of these, forget, his anger for what, I'm sure one of them probably talks about he got screwed somewhere and that's why he's all angry. I hope one of them explains that. But I want to know, like, how does he, like, did he learn from someone else? Like, how did he learn to make
how did he learn how to do this stuff? I don't know. Maybe
they're all super high tech. I'm
sure that's,
let alone, look at the next one, the gas one. How do you come up with that? How do you create that one?
Oh, that was insane. Yeah.
But
I did like the guy that knew he was going to die when it was between him and Karen, and when he chose Karen, he's like cursing at me, your policy is bullshit. He's like, you look at me when you're killing me. And you're like, oh my God, dude.
Well, at that point, what are you supposed to do? But you notice like none of them tried to get out of it. They were just sat there. Like none of them tried to like wiggle their way out or anything.
I don't think they could. Yeah, I know they didn't try like too much.
Listen, if I'm sitting in that thing, I'm biting on that thing. Whatever. I'm trying any way I can to maybe loosen it or something. I don't know. I don't know if I could just sit there. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. I just can't imagine being in these situations with any of these people. Like what goes through your mind.
Could you imagine surviving like with Mr. Easton? Obviously,
that's what I mean. So,
but could you imagine if you survive, like you're Karen's character, or the other woman?
How do you recover?
The old secretary.
How do you recover?
Well, not how you recover, dude. You would like. I would think I would look at Mr. Easton as like a god, even though he's not a good guy. He like somehow I'm here because he picked me.
Yeah. Yes. You would look at him like you would thank, I'm sure she thanked him in different ways. So,
or him. How about being that guy, like thinking like, holy shit, I chose somebody that lived and died.
I think he's completely ruined at this point. You could see the fatigue. You could see like his emotions are drained. Like he's a different person now going through this.
Yeah.
But I just think any survivors, I'd almost rather be dead, because to live now, knowing like what I went through, it's got to be torturous in your mind, and you're gonna wake up from nightmares constantly. Like it's gonna be a rough life for anyone surviving any Jigsaw situation. Witnessing all these she literally witnessed 7 other murders, right, or 5 other murders right in front of her, like right in front of her. Blood is sitting on her from the people that just got shot next to her. Like how do you live with that? Like that's gotta be tough.
Insane.
Yeah.
And did you notice, like, where was this warehouse? It was like, oh, is this at a zoo? Did you see the zoo sign on what the next scene? What's his name's going through a door, Mr. Easton, the senior VP. He goes through and it's like a zoo sign, and there's like straw on the ground, and you're like, what?
Where does he get these warehouses? Like where? Like it really is. I mean, and you're right. I didn't think about it being multiple different warehouses, but clearly it is because that's where the first group. Unless that. Well, no.
He's not walking that far, but I'm saying it was weird. I'm like, is this like an abandoned zoo? Like, there's a sign for a zoo.
Are there abandoned zoos out there?
Well, I'm sure they're plowed over by now or not.
I was going to say, well, I would think that's a lot of wasted space because zoos are massive. So I don't know. I don't think there's any abandoned zoos out there. Can you imagine, like, you think it's an abandoned zoo and then, like, but you have a couple animals that are just been like hibernating or something that come out as you're walking around, and that's how Planet Apes started. They thought it was abandoned, and all these apes now.
Oh man! So now we get Hoffman when he gets the call and he has to leave the warehouse, and he's like kind of pissed off. This is like
he's so
we
pissed
get
off.
This woman with a computer that like a little tiny 8-key keyboard, okay? Which I have no idea what it is. Why couldn't she have just like clicked on the key on the computer keyboard, not a Casio? And oh yeah, we almost got something with the voice. Come on, we're gonna go. And it's like and you heard like one of them sound just like him, and it's like, oh, we're almost done. And then it was like really crappy for a while. But dude, his thing when she's onto him, and you see him start grabbing his knife to position it, and the mustache cops looking at him all weird. That was, dude, the slitting of the throat. Oh yeah, graphic.
But like, he looked like he wanted no part of this. He didn't want to leave. Like, they didn't see any. Like, you're gonna tell me this is his demeanor all the time?
Oh,
like,
dude, he walked away from them on the other side of the room from everything.
He wasn't even paying attention. Like, they didn't notice that he's acting weird, like, at all. Yeah. Like, I can't imagine his demeanor being like this all the time, because if it was, you would think like, all right, listen, Hoffman, you got to talk to a psychologist. Something's going on with you. Like, like you're not acting, like, he looked like he did not want to be there, which he didn't. He wanted to go back to watching the torture going on. But the stupid cops, they didn't pay attention to anything, except for the girl.
She was on to him. She should have, like,
but she waited too long. Like, why did she
remember the timer? Why do you have a timer on? Yeah. And it was like, his timer was because of the live timer. So it's crazy. How close is this? The other clock was at what time at this point? Oh, dude, I should have done that. To see the last time we saw the senior VP, right. Then the next time we saw the clock, because how close was this place that he was able to go to it real quick?
That's what I mean.
Get back to the warehouse.
Ridiculous.
And he's still like within an hour.
And why did she wait? Like, she clearly knew he was involved.
Yeah.
What is she waiting for? Like, for him to get the upper hand, which he did? Like, I mean, like, why would you like tell your partner? Because he didn't seem like, I mean, he seemed like you thought he saw something. But clearly he wasn't paying attention, so he didn't think anything of Hoffman. Like, why wouldn't she tell Hoffman, hey, I mean, the other cop, hey, listen, I think Hoffman is involved with this. You got my back or something like that. Like, nothing. No warning and anything.
Yeah, nothing we saw. He definitely was, like, looking at him a little different from
so we thought, but clearly he wasn't. Like, or where they were just trying to wait for his voice to show up, so then they could say, "I got you," kind of thing. Like, was that the plan? But that was a stupid plan. Like, wouldn't you like almost say like, "All right, listen, don't bring your gun. We don't need it. Or something like that." Like, I mean, like, you literally, this guy's got weapons on him, and you're gonna surprise attack him. Like, yeah.
But I do like the way when she's going out, she's like, how can you get to this guy? He's killing me right now, which was just the multiple stabbings, man. That's pretty like brutal to watch. But he's like, who knows about me? And she's like, everyone. And you're like, oh shit, because this guy's gonna go, he looks paranoid anyway. Now he's just like gonna be like after this movie, there's no way he could be back on the force with a chunk of his cheek out. I swear, if he's a cop in the next one,
I want to see either. I mean, does he have like a huge scar, or did he leave it open?
I don't know.
Is he in the next one? You said he is?
I would think he has to be.
He has to be, right? Because he's not dead. I mean, although the ending in do you see the extra credit scene?
I did.
I was confused on that too. It's like, it's, all right.
So his movies, this guy, let's see, the last Saw he was in. Guy's a lot of credits.
Again, he looked very familiar. He looked like I mean, I definitely seen him in stuff. I just
He's
never
in
seen him
Saw
act as
3D. He's in Saw 6. Then he's in 3D, which is the next one.
Wait.
And then he's in
Wait, Saw 3D is Saw 7?
the 7th one. Yeah, that was a 3D craze.
Why wouldn't they make that the third one?
2010. Because 3D wasn't a cool
Oh my gosh.
before that.
Can you imagine watching this movie? Like, who would want to see this gross stuff in 3D? I don't want to see it in 2D, let alone 3D. Like,
I'd be barfing everywhere. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, man.
Okay.
So now
he is in the next one.
He is the next one.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And he's in a later one.
Oh my gosh.
Which was, I think, only a few years later, but this guy had a lot of TV credits, so
okay,
it could have been even like the next year. But yeah, so now we go back to, oh, dude, how about this? After he does the killing, he gets the gas thing.
Oh,
do you think he always drives around with the igloo, the blue igloo cooler with a hand in it?
so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
And she mentioned that too, right? The print, there was something wrong with the print because the way it like something happened. Because we said, and then we get a flashback scene of him prying it off and cutting everything.
So can a hand last that long in a cooler like that? Like, I don't know if that's.
Well, the best is we saw it in a cooler in the trunk, and when he first found it, he threw it in like a garage freezer, right on top of stuff.
Well, there's probably other body parts in there.
Yeah,
but,
probably is.
But I don't think it would last. Like, I don't know how it works, but I can't imagine it lasting. Like, what's the time frame between that kill and the hand that he's holding now? Like, was that recent? Like, was it, like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I felt bad for the keyboard girl, like the data girl that was decoding the the voice.
Yeah.
What a rough death she had. Like, she's just doing her job, just slowing down, trying to isolate that footage. And
you're gonna tell me there's no fingerprints of him there now? Like,
I know.
When the cops go there and sees this massacre, and you see 3 cops that are dead.
Well, he burned it down. Does burning it down get rid of every fingerprint?
I don't think so. I still think you're gonna have some kind of evidence there. Like,
yeah.
I almost want to just read like the synopsis of the next few movies without seeing them. But then again, I don't want to have to sit through it again if we get someone. So
you just read about it and it's like really gory, even if you're reading it.
Yeah, can we do a review on a movie by just reading it and not watching it?
Yeah, read it. Yeah, a book club. Yeah, so dude, when he grabs that hand and he goes back in and he touches all the knives, he touches the table, he touches the gas can, he throws everything down. So he's getting back to the warehouse. He flies back right at the same time as when like Mrs. Jigsaw shows up. Then this is when we get the son talking to the mom. At this point, we still think, oh, this is the senior VP, his wife and son. They're like, I'm going to pull it. And then starts talking to the reporter from the other side. You don't know what that is. You don't know what that could be. And you're like, holy, like, what? At this point, the what happens at the very end is still mind blowing. But we kind of alluded to it a few times already. The scene that maybe it's the attorney that it seemed like he was flirting with. When she has to go through that maze of like hot air and then also like oven tops, like whatever you call them, oven burners. Well, like you said before, how do you think of that? That was insane.
How do you create that? Like, I mean, that's and for it to coincide with the pulling of what he had to deal with, like, it's just bizarre, like so bizarre.
She had the hardest one to survive.
Oh,
like, if this is on a game show,
well, she
had to go through all of that.
The other ones, they pretty much died quickly. She got tortured along the way. So
when
yeah.
she got hit in the very last one, and you could tell he loved her because he took it as long as he could each time. But the one was like burning him so much that last long stretch.
I don't think he
face
loved
gets,
her.
like, stuck.
He was just trying to save her. I don't think he loved her.
I don't.
This is not the
Really?
lawyer.
You
This is
think
not the
he was-
lawyer.
Oh, okay. You
I don't
really
think so. I don't.
He cared that much about her?
I just think at this point, listen, he just murdered how many people to get there? I think he's
I
just
guess
trying
so.
to save who he can. So
Trying to get one back.
well, he's also probably trying to heal the 2 holes that are in his hand. You know, with the heat.
Oh yeah, with the heater. Yeah. Oh, honey, I'm just using this until this is gone. Then I'm gonna leave you.
But how about the fact that, like, okay, so they figure out the key, where the key is.
Oh my God, dude.
Right? She goes ballistic. Like, and not for nothing. If he knows that could save her, and he's gone through everything else, he just has stitches there. It's something like you got to figure that's very early wound, like a cut, because he was just kidnapped there. So it's probably, you take the stitches out, it's probably going to open up anyway. Just take this key out. Like, why? That was too far. Everything else, all the other torture's fine, but I can't go back in there and take the key out.
He did start looking at it to think of what he could do, but she just wanted it right away, and he thought, "Hey, she's gonna kill me."
She literally became like a murderer in seconds.
They had like a fight scene. Like, it was pretty cool, actually.
I mean, at this point, he kind of tortured himself to save her, and then she's gonna attack him. Like, yeah, that was pretty crazy.
And then what's even crazier is how when Mrs. Saw hooks up, like, she learned from her husband pretty good, because Hoffman sits down, she has a thing to hit that electrocutes the chair.
This guy is so crafty, Jigsaw. And why does he have an electric chair?
Speaking of crafty, you should see him Sunday at the flea market. He has these birdhouses. He's great. The secret life of
oh my gosh,
the
like
wonderful life.
We need a
with
prequel
Mr.
of Jigsaw. Yeah, but why would he have an electric chair in the control room?
No, she hooked it up onto there. That was the normal chair that was there. She snuck that in when he was gone.
You saw that?
It was like, no, we didn't see that happen.
Yeah, so
clips.
how do you know
there was clips set up to it?
How do you know
or maybe
she
that
did
was
that?
sitting there?
I don't think she set that up.
It was always there.
Well, that's what I'm questioning. Like, I
So
don't.
maybe he put it in and Hoffman never checked. I
Just in case, like,
so
so just in case he needs to get rid of one of his understudies.
You never know. One day,
Okay.
the old electrocuting chair.
No, I mean, not for nothing though. You don't see that. Like, as you walk in there, you don't see something hanging from the chair that's like.
They should have hit it a little bit better. I guess for us as the audience, they want
to see it.
know that it was there.
Yeah.
But that'd be good. We never saw like a villain in a Batman movie have an electrical chair. That'd be pretty good.
Huh?
Start zapping them, they start shaking. That'd be good. It seems like a Joker bit. But yeah, so now, so this is where we find out who they are, right?
She doesn't tie him to the chair, does she? Or she just puts the helmet on him?
Oh yeah, no. Oh, you're right. Yeah, no. Tied to the chair, and I think the helmet on right away.
So the helmet's just sitting around.
Well, that was one of the things she opened up in another box, and in a flashback just before.
Why would she,
like,
why would he hide it in a box? Like,
and it's from the second movie. Like, that's the second movie gag.
Oh, so someone died that way in the second movie?
Yeah.
So how did Hoffman
that was almost like the trailer was seeing that mask.
So then how did Hoffman know how to block it? If they've only used it in the, like, has Hoffman used it before?
Well, maybe remember, these are solving puzzles. So maybe somehow he figured out it's going to open up. So that was pretty wild.
He figured it out pretty quick.
For him to bang into the glass and catch it. That was pretty sick.
I'm curious what his role is in the next one. Like, does he go after the wife?
We got to do it. We'll do it. We'll find somebody.
Is he going after the wife?
They battle. See, like, you can't do the same movie almost if that's what it is, a revenge. He would have to go after her friends.
But there's no Jigsaw. But if this is Saw, first of all, the Saw title is probably for him cutting his foot off in the first movie, right? That's Saw. So what's Saw in the rest of the movies? Like, there's one called Jigsaw, right? Is there a movie called Jigsaw?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay. Is that the one he dies in?
I don't know. I think that's 9. Maybe.
My gosh, that's insane. And I think they're making
Crazy
a new one.
that they-
I think they're making a new one.
I'm sure they are.
Holy
Why
cow.
not? Yeah, so the lever doesn't work. This is where we find out, oh, the mom and son are the mom and son related to the guy that got denied insurance earlier.
So
We
this
see
is my
the door open a little bit more.
so this is my question. What was the lever for?
Well, the lever's for him.
No, but when they pulled it, nothing happened. And the mom goes,
No, nothing happened until he got to that
yeah, but
position.
she said something like, I know what it does, or something like that. Like, I know what it did, or something. She made a comment when he pulled when they pulled the
Oh,
lever.
well, the blonde, his sister, the reporter, does say that earlier.
No, I thought the
Something
mom
about-
said it. The mom said, I know what it does. I know what it did, or something like that.
I don't remember her saying that. I remember she said, I know it. What's your choice going to be? Are you going to let him live or is he going to die?
I
And her
didn't-
thing was, that was a wild reveal, right? Even the way her answer was, you're like, oh, maybe she's going to like forgive him. And it's like, I can't let him do this to any more families. And she's like, dude, and his death was crazy.
Oh, well, I had a feeling the son. I mean, his son seemed a little like creepy also. Like he just obviously disturbed with this, but like, how does he's a kid. How does he recover from this?
Oh, I know.
Like, like, so, but yes,
Just
his
the way he died. Dude.
oh my gosh.
Just the hydrochloric, just it filling his body.
The torture of it. I mean, you had that, and then he got slammed with like what, nails or whatever. Like what hit him?
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Like,
Yeah.
so did his sister die or his lover or whatever that was? Did she die?
His sister survived. Didn't, right?
I don't remember.
I don't have any notes of her dying. I wrote the reporter is his sister.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Mrs. Saw said game over. Oh, that's when she put the mask on. Mrs. Saw says game over to the cop and she leaves the room. And then I wrote too many flashbacks. We get it. So then we get another flashback. Oh yeah, that's what I wrote. Then we got another flashback of the scene 20 minutes ago. We got like a flashback of something that we just saw. And then this is when he survived. And I'm like, oh my God, he survived sort of. And I'm like, he's bleeding a lot and that's it. And then we get that end credit scene and then it's with Amanda.
Can you explain the end credit scene?
I don't know. It just says, don't trust the one that
Yes.
saves you.
Correct.
Is what she says. So I'm guessing the next movie is going to have a young girl that John is looking after that we didn't see for this entire movie that only lasts like.
Oh my gosh.
This movie only goes a day and a half, maybe. That's it.
A
Not
lot goes on in a day and a half with this movie.
Well, once we get to the one point, it's an hour
Yeah.
of movie time. So yeah. Wow.
my
So that was Saw 6.
Ugh.
Jamie, you saw Saw 6. We finally did one of these. I think one thing, I'll ask you the ultimate question in a second, but one thing you really nailed is these movies, if they weren't gross, would be really good thrillers,
100%. And I think that to me, that's the problem for like say non-horror. Like if you like, I get it. The horror people love grossness and torture, but the people that don't like that, I like the suspense part. Like I don't like horror movies, but if I'm gonna watch them, I prefer the more like the intense ones than the graphic ones. Misery outside of the ankle breaking. To me, Misery is intense. Like the whole movie, like what is she gonna do next, kind of thing. The ankle was pretty gross, but like movies like that, I like. When it's when you don't need to see it. That's why the first Saw was great because it had a great twist. But you didn't need to see anything. It was all mental. It was all mind. Like to me, it's like some of these like the cutting. To me, that was so unnecessary. Like they could have done other things, but cutting your skin off to weigh it, just like it's such a bizarre. It really is. It's a disturbing thought that someone came up with that. Like we're gonna start the movie with the most disgusting, disturbing thing possible. Like that makes like so. Like, I don't know. I feel like it just and we said this 1,000 times. You can't watch this movie out of order. Like you have to watch these movies in order. So I'm giving kudos to it. I mean, because the fact that they're able to pull in characters from 4 movies ago and tie everything together, that's cool. And they could, the creativity in that. But if you're new to this, the movie, I'm not going to recommend this movie because I think you have to enjoy you have to enjoy grossness, and you need to watch it in order. Like as a standalone, I don't think it's worth watching.
Yeah, no, I like the there wasn't a lot of dialogue scenes, but I did kind of like those parts of the movie.
Yes.
But no, just I don't know. It's just not my kind of horror.
And you know what? I'm surprised, by the way. I always thought you liked like horror, gross movies.
No, I don't like I don't like gory stuff too much. I get queasy. I honestly prefer. I know it sucks to the people that do the special effects that are amazing, like the Friday the 13th movies, but I do like some of my favorite kills in those movies are shadow, lightning bolt, like a lightning strike, and you see the shadow of the knife or whatever, and you see like the blood splatter, and you're like, see, that's cool. My imagination filled in the blanks. I don't have to see
and I think that's the difference. You know, outside of Nightmare on Elm Street, like again, I'm not a Halloween fan, but Halloween and Friday the 13th, it's not really gory. You know, they'll do a slash to the throat, they'll stab or whatever, but it's like quick and done, right? It's nothing, you know, it's nothing slicing things off. It's, you know, if Nightmare on Elm Street, some of it is gross, but in a almost a comic-y, creative way, right? So like I never really looked at it as gross, you know, even though you see a woman's veins pop, you know, coming out and like, you know, as she's walking, it's just so cool to see the special effects like that with Nightmare on Elm Street. With these movies, they're going for gore. They're going for gross. I mean, there was one, I think it was the third one when I threw it off. The guy's hanging on like meat hooks. His skin is coming up, you know, his leg is twisting.
That's Hellraiser.
Oh, actually, I think they showed a scene in this. Or they talked about it. The one guy had his leg twist, black guy in this, and they showed.
Oh yes, and
his leg twisting around. That's the movie I saw, and that's when I threw it off. I'm like, I am not watching this anymore. His bones sticking out, like I can't do that. So I think it's just, you know, when you go for gross over, I think like suspense, it changes the movie.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. Yeah, I definitely would not recommend this movie. And it's yeah, it was fun to talk about, to finally overcome that hurdle, a crutch of our podcast, not cover any gross horror movies. So I think we did our one, and I'm
curious.
For a while.
I'm curious where this lands on ranking of all the Saw movies. Like, where would 6?
Oh,
I'd be curious to see Egan's thought on, like, I would assume 1 has got to be. I mean, as a non-believer, a watcher, I would say 1 would be the best. You know, just for creativity. But I'm curious where 6 ranks. Like, was this considered a good Saw? Was this not considered a good Saw?
I want to see tomato meter. Saw X, the more recent one from 23, is number 1. Saw the original is number 2. Saw 6 is actually the 3rd best.
So maybe Saw X. I don't know what the.
That's great.
What's the time? Like, what's the year difference between Saw X and Saw 9? Like,
Saw
and so, like, I wonder if that's why Saw X was so high, is because maybe there was a bunch of years.
Because it's most recent,
and people, you know, like, went back to see it. So
yeah, I don't.
Saw X and Jason X.
The one that obviously we just covered, Saw 6. It's very interesting. One of the notes was, and maybe because there is so much looking back at the other films, it says critics' consensus. It won't earn the franchise many new fans, but Saw 6 is a surprising setup for what has become an intricately grisly annual tradition. So maybe because that's like, yeah, there's a lot of way too many flashbacks at this point, but
and almost way too many characters. Like, it's, you know, I mean, so yeah, all right.
But yeah, we did it. So by the time episode's going to come out, it's going to be spring. Hopefully it's a lot warmer. We're not chilly. I don't want to come out to I'd rather have the air on in here in the studio garage that still smells like gasoline from the lawnmowers being here for millions of years by the previous owners. But so the next movie we're going to be covering.
I'm giving you a hall pass.
A what?
A what?
A what?
A hall pass.
All right. So I was thinking, what would be a movie that could really just kick the year back into the right gear, keep it rolling, get this train moving. I've been busy at work. We're going to get a bunch of interviews in the next few weeks done. So why not See how long it takes Jamie to get this. Let's see. It's an interesting game whenever we do this.
Is a world
Is this,
of mystery.
is this
and
another
only the best
American
can
Ninja?
master its secrets.
Yes.
Now,
Dominion
a new
or something like
strength
that, or
has joined
no?
The competition.
This is the third one.
Oh my gosh. Never saw it.
All right.
Cover of Inside Karate this month.
You have seen it or no? Have you ever seen it?
I have seen it, yes.
Okay.
After we covered the second one, after interviewing Sam Furstenberg, even though he's not associated with this, I wanted to watch this one. This one has Steve James. So
I was going to
chose
say,
this one
is
because of
Jackson,
that.
it's Jackson, right? Is it Jackson?
Jackson is in this.
Okay.
There's a lot of amazing jokes about
Okay.
referencing
Okay.
Dudikoff, sort of. And then the fourth one's cool,
Wait,
which we'll do one
Dudikoff is
day.
not in this one?
He's not in this one. It's David Bradley. But in the
my-
fourth one, Dudikoff comes back. It's him and David Bradley. And then I think I feel like Mr. Miyagi's in that one, or the fifth one. But third one, this one's, dude, Steve James is great in this one. His relationship with David Bradley, who's the main guy.
Oh my gosh.
Really cool. And
Okay.
be a lot of fun. It's free on Tubi too. It's one of those movies that it's great everybody can check out. So yeah, next week, American Ninja 3. I think it's called Blood Wars.
Okay. Never saw
Blood
it.
Hunt.
2 is
Yeah.
like, I watched 2 so many times when I was younger, so I love 2. So 3, 3 has big shoes to fill.
Yeah, and 1's amazing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my god, dude. What's her name's great. I
Yeah.
love that girl from Weird Science
Yep.
and Friday 4. And just when he starts throwing the tools at people and stick him in the neck. So yeah, David Bradley be a lot of fun. So yeah, so don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only. Don't forget to check out our website, sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.